ages show. I mean, adult show, something like that. Yeah, I've stopped engaging her.
Well, I was going to say, shout out to Lisa, but yes.
But I do love her,
she loves.
I love the fact that she has a strong opinion.
I was going to set it up
the battle
by,
royale.
by telling
your
Rodney
response.
that
Does she?
somebody
She
will bring
waits
up
for it.
somebody will bring up a topic on Facebook, and then Greg will comment. And that just gets Lisa fired up, and then they just start going back and forth, and I just back away from the topic. Like, I don't like to watch mom and dad fight,
Right.
so I just back away from it. But but it's very
But
very interesting dialogue,
we're
and it's
both-
always fair, and it's always balanced at the end of the conversation.
We are both mature adults, and we don't go for low blows, and we respect each other. So I think, it's just we each have an opinion, and they're completely different.
If it's with that and Words with Friends, I mean, that's the main thing she uses that
She likes
phone
Words with
for.
Friends.
Words with Friends and
What kind of
making
word-
sure, following what Greg is.
What kind of words? Are we talking swear words with friends?
Swear words with friends.
I don't even think that.
That's a new app. I should be a millionaire. Swear
Actually, I
words
think with Words with Friends, I don't even think you could use curse words on there. I think it automatically blocks it on there.
I think you're right. Yeah.
I know, it's hard to believe. It's
I refuse to be censored by.
It is not. It does not follow the Scrabble format. There are some words they will not let you use.
Because they don't know if kids are playing or not.
But no, she loves it, and she
Now
loves
this
you, and
is
it works
one of
out
the
good.
non-IMAX theaters, I believe, letting in off the
Those
side.
sad
here.
people. They just, you know.
No.
Yeah.
Well, they only paid $11.
Yeah.
Right. Jeez, those
Where-
bunch of poor asses.
You know what? I'm honestly surprised that the IMAX 3D was only 15, whatever it was, 15.40.
Yeah, IMAX 3D, they could have charged $24 if they wanted to, I think.
Sure.
See, I don't. You saw where the hype was when people bought the tickets, and you heard stories of people scalping these
Yeah,
tickets for
why?
like $1,000.
Yeah, oh,
I'm
yeah.
like, what?
Yeah.
Where? I mean, where would you pay $1,000 to see this movie, except like the Chinese?
For some people,
It's not like it's going to be shown once and never again.
That's a good
It's going to
point.
destroy it.
That was kind of fun. Like in the line, I'm going around going, man, I can't believe this is only one night only.
Actually, what,
Glad I'm here.
it wasn't, didn't that just happen with a soundtrack or somebody's
a
album?
Wu-Tang album.
Now
And
that guy's in jail.
The guy who bought the Wu-Tang album was that guy who,
Oh, that's
who with
right.
the
He
AIDS
was
drug.
Farmer Douche.
Yes.
Farmer Douche.
And now he was arrested
Pharma
for
douche. He just got arrested
by
for
the FBI.
insider trading, or
not insider
or-
trading, a Ponzi scheme, basically.
Good.
Oh.
Led away
That's so
handcuffs
funny.
and a hoodie.
Yeah.
Oh, that's too bad. And in similar news, the kid who was exonerated for manslaughter for that drunken thing who pleaded affluenza.
Yeah, affluenza. My parents did not teach me to be smart.
He and his mother are on the run. They are missing.
You think they went to Mexico?
They went somewhere because he has not checked in with his parole officer, and if he's caught, he's going to jail.
Oh dear, and his mom too for.
And his mom's helping him.
Abetting a
Contributing.
criminal.
Oh yeah.
That's
So,
gonna.
Where's an ankle bracelet when you need it?
affluenza.
See, they're on the run, and if they can go a month or two on the run, they could probably turn that into a movie. That'll be something exciting to watch. If they get caught like in a couple days, it'll be like, nah, they caught him.
Boring.
But if they can go a couple of months, it'll be like, oh, they got a story here now. There are some
And
people.
you know what it'd be that typical pitch meeting, like, all right, we're gonna remake Thelma and Louise,
Oh.
but it's a
mother and a
son and a
son.
son. You know, and it'll be like a Lifetime movie.
So these people, do they have bracelets on or not?
I don't see bracelets
Okay,
on
see, these are
anybody.
definitely non-IMAX.
Are they all here to see?
Which?
Really?
2D. I don't like
2D.
Okay. All
Who
right.
here to see Creed? Creed? No?
We're here to see this Chipmunks movie,
Welcome
right?
to Hour
Chipmunks?
5 of the Creed
Creed,
podcast.
right? Creed. This is
By the
all
way,
about
Sylvester
Creed.
Stallone nominated for a Golden
I
Globe
heard
for
that,
Best Supporting Actor.
I've yet to see the
I
movie.
heard
I'd like to
that
see
I haven't seen it
Creed
either.
is actually a very good
Yeah.
movie, and
Yeah.
it helps explains it.
I'm good for him, you know? I mean, this is, and in the vein of
Did
George
he write
Lucas,
it in 3 days?
he does not, I don't think he wrote or produced or anything. I think he just starred in this one, right?
And the best part about it, I'm so glad the host of America's Got Talent is launching his acting career. Wait, that's not him. That's not him.
Isn't Stallone more of a supporting role in this though?
I don't know. I thought, yeah, well, he is. Yeah, he got nominated for supporting actor. But yes, you're right. He's not in it as much as the lead.
Usually, like a lot of times, like instead of he's not really the mentor in the movie. He's more the Paulie.
Okay.
He's not playing Mickey anymore.
Wow, everyone in his life is dead, either in real life or the character was killed off.
Right.
His wife, his sparring partner,
His dog,
Apollo Creed,
the
Polly.
Adrian died?
Adrian, they killed her off 2 movies ago. Yeah.
Killed off in,
you know what?
Rocky Balboa.
After Rocky 4, I will break you. I haven't seen any Rocky.
So there's 2 you've missed, or now this would be the 3rd one then, I guess. It's not really.
I care.
It's been a long
No, wait,
night,
I don't
hasn't it?
care. That's what it is. I don't care.
So Who do you think should play Han Solo in the prequels?
Anthony Gruber.
We've talked about this before.
Michael Fassbender, or what's his name?
Fassbender.
Remember that guy we looked at on
Hello,
YouTube
Fassbender.
like a year ago who did the impressions of him?
Yeah, that's Anthony Gruber.
Right, that's the guy. He
He-
should just be him.
From that video, he got that Age of Adeline role.
Right. Or
And
it
I
should
think-
just be
and I think-
Harrison Ford with the Michael Douglas special effects from Ant-Man.
Oh no.
Yes. Yes.
You know how good Michael Douglas looked in Ant-Man? Did you see the close-ups? They made him look so young, like the whole Tron Flynn
Yeah,
changed the face thing. It was
that's
bad in
creepy.
Tron.
But the
it looks
creepy.
better now.
But the
Oh, does
problem,
it?
the problem would be that it would his Harrison's voice would take us totally out of the because it'd be like Chewie,
Young looking and still.
Yeah, come on, Chewie, let's get out of here.
No, they just gotta speed it up like 20%. Just speed it up a little bit just to get his
Oh,
voice back.
did you know that it's TiVo now? This is
TiVo?
This is
Oh,
crazy
no?
shit. TiVo now has a service in their players that allows you to watch your video
Times
at
two?
20% faster,
Ah.
but keeps the audio pitch bended down to normal speed.
How the hell do they do that?
Well, it's just a pitch bending thing, but you can now watch your recorded video faster. So like a 22-minute thing or a 30-minute show
through it
is going to be
quicker.
24 minutes.
You know that-
So like yeah, I mean
Apple
so-
iTunes is set up that way for podcasts if you
So-
want to just play through them faster.
But okay, the point is like, how much stuff on your table do you need? Like, look, I can't sit through, all
Because
this Walking Dead. Can we speed this
because
crap up?
because with these
It's the Running Dead.
Right, the Running Dead.
with
Yeah.
these
Just lightly
recorders.
jogging dead.
Because
Jogging
Rodney,
Dead.
with these recorders, you can record 5-6 shows at a time. So people are
Okay.
recording
Oh, yeah.
way more shit than they can ever watch.
Okay.
So they need something to play it faster
Yeah.
so that they can consume it all.
So instead of Breaking Bad, it's Breaking Fast. Let's
Right.
just
Something
get,
like that, yeah.
Let's get this thing going.
I-
Like, let's make the meth. Oh, come on, I got time.
Walking Dead would be.
And I had the
interesting.
exact same initial response, like, what kind of a life do you have that
I
you
know.
need to watch this much stuff this fast? But then I thought, well, it just makes you watch the few things you're going to watch faster so you can get to other stuff.
Right.
I mean, I guess that's good, but I think we're all going to turn into mindless idiots at some point where our brains just aren't going to be able to consume and process that much information.
Oh,
and then
yeah.
we're all going to be ADHD. We're all going to be blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
Don't get me started.
Well, it looks like the theater is filled back up again for the 1:40 a.m. show. It's only 10:30 right now, so they still have 3 hours to wait until they get let into the theater. It looks like Kevin has switched from bullhorn back to radio, which means he's communicating with the staff now, and there's nobody outside to shout to.
He didn't.
No,
He seemed like he was having
There's
a
another
good time.
bullhorn guy out there.
Oh, okay, because Kevin was walking around with the bullhorn for most of the day.
Did you guys interview the R2D2 people?
We did.
He sat here for a half hour. He pulled the R2D2 right up here. We put the mic down, and Todd actually
They-
would ask R2D2 questions, and he talked for a half
They
hour.
brought it into our theater.
Oh, cool.
they did. Okay.
That was I gotta admit, I'm like.
I thought it was
that
all staircase there. How the hell
cool.
they do that?
No, it's a ramp. There's
Oh,
ramps.
okay.
You see him. You
He
see
just
him.
tumbled him down the
no.
stairs. Well, he wanted that weathered look. We talked to him for a long time.
No, you see R2 go down the stairs always that kind of.
Yeah, the one step at a time.
Now, here's the thing about BB-8 that a lot of people don't know is that Kenny Baker's actually inside. He's rolling it around
That's
like
a
a
Hamster wheel.
That's
He's
cool.
like a hamster wheel in there.
He opens the door every once in a while to throw. He just throws up.
Right.
Oh boy. So overall, you see
And
that.
Wally's in it. Wally.
What the? You see that Rotten Tomatoes has got it in the high 90s right now. You would agree with that?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it's a very good movie, and it's
Good. What a relief. Is it a relief?
We had thrown around the concept of why they released it in December and not in May like they had before.
And Marvel.
And the idea was
I think it's Marvel.
The idea
really?
was,
The
or one
Marvel
of,
thing's too
It
bad.
just conflicted with Marvel.
I think in some ways these companies are like, look, we're making people broke. You know,
Yeah,
they don't have any
too
money
many
for
movies.
retirement.
How much of it do you think, though, has to do
gotta
also
slow
with
this down
getting
a little bit.
getting that movie in time before Academy Awards
that's
season
where I was going
ends?
with this. Is there any
There's 2 weeks
opportunity,
from the deadline now.
any opportunity for performances or for technical that you think might be?
I
special
would
effects.
say technical.
Art direction's all computers these days.
Did John Williams do the musical score?
Yes,
he
he's
did.
still alive and
Alright,
kicking.
that's good.
I think you have
score,
to.
Score
Yeah.
right now.
I don't think Trenton Reznor is going to be able to do this one.
No, I don't think he did anything this year. He took the year off, so John Williams, you're welcome.
Oh wait, we said the Tarzan trailers? You said, or were you talking about the
Jungle Book.
Yeah,
Jungle
it was
Book.
Jungle Book. Because every time I see either Jungle Book or Tarzan, I'm like, oh, this is Tarzan.
Right. That's the
And,
other.
and
It's
then,
the
I'm
opposite of
waiting
what you're
for
thinking.
Phil
Yeah.
Collins to kick in. I wanna
Right.
love you. No, it's not. Okay. Jungle Book.
A lot of people walking in the door with big smiles
look
on
like
their
they're
faces.
fast.
They're
They're-
happy. It's a little chilly out there now. I know the temperature was finally going to start dropping.
Oh, I guess that's what this is. Yeah,
Oh,
they're letting
ladies,
in the
how are
next
you?
bunch.
Welcome.
Got it. Okay.
That's a tall fellow right there. All excitement here. They're walking in. They're getting their tickets scanned. Scan my phone. Doot.
Yeah.
Oh, so I learned a lesson about 2 hours into this. Don't let your
Stolen
computer.
chair.
Don't let your computer.
Hey, you can't take that. Hey. That's not yours. That's right.
Got a broken leg. Just gonna let him sit.
Oh. Tell you what. Never mind. Good.
Now you have to sit here for an interview. So when your phone is plugged into a computer, don't let your computer go
You know what?
into
Listen,
screensaver
listen.
mode
No.
because
Listen.
it's not charging anymore. I
Whoopsie.
walked over at about 2 hours in, and it said low battery, and I was like, oh my god! So the Periscope
Freak
almost
out.
shut off.
So someone with a broken leg took the chair, so that forces them that we're going to put him in the podcast right now.
Right.
I don't care.
Drag him over.
Drag him over. You and your leg. Get over
Drag his crutches over.
No, I feel like an asshole because
Yeah,
I'm
I
like, you
know.
can't have that. It's
No,
like,
no.
oh, it's for this
I
crippled
thought
person.
it was just like,
oh,
I'm tired.
Yes, you
Wow,
can.
this-
You can have that.
Although it's not the IMAX theater, it's a pretty big theater because there's still a lot of people coming in.
Yeah, I was trying to do math on 40. They said it was 4,500 screens that The Force Awakens is going to be on.
Wow.
for
All
this week.
sold out. That's a record. That's got to be a record,
And
right?
I was
4,500?
Yeah, I was looking and they were saying that the best that they could estimate is that the there's between 200 and 300 seats in each theater nationwide.
What do we think the IMAX here holds? I forget to ask Kevin
I
that.
don't know.
I'm
Dude,
thinking
it's
big,
probably
right?
about
400, maybe
Okay.
400.
Now, is it being released worldwide at the same time, or is it like a different release
You know
date
what?
in China?
That's a good question. I don't know if it's
Yeah, no,
is it
they-
worldwide release all at the
I
same
had
time.
I had heard that there are some markets that won't get it until a couple weeks from now, but generally speaking, worldwide release this
Now,
weekend.
I heard this, maybe you've already mentioned this, that somebody said this movie will not be profitable unless it pulls in over $1.5 billion. Have you heard that?
I don't know about that. I haven't heard that, but
How is
don't worry,
that
I would
possible?
read
How can
When
you
you
say
hear
it's not?
when you hear that they spent $200 million on it, does that include promotion?
No, I don't
Because they're
think
saying
so.
they
No,
spent $200
no.
million.
$200 million is
That's
just for the
production
making
costs
of the
only.
movie.
Okay, so that's production cost only, and you have to think about promotion all across the world.
Yeah,
Sure.
how much promotion do you have to do for
I know.
Star Wars?
You don't have to do any, but they did.
It's
And-
like saying, how
and
much
they did
money
it.
does
They,
Trump have to spend of his own to get news
Right.
times?
they did it in droves. So I mean, they
Yes.
didn't have to, but they did.
I'm just curious, what just for once, one of these Star Wars movies do zero promotion and just people's heads would explode. It's like when you go to the club and they don't drop the bass, drop the bass, and no, we're not going to drop the bass, and people go nuts. That's what I'm- yep. Then he pulls away. People's heads, and then finally he drops it, and people's heads explode. Don't show any trailers. Let their heads explode when the movie opens up.
You know what? They've done that. They've done it a few times with music, where albums are just dropped. There's just somebody drops an album.
Beyonce did that last
and-
year. She just like, here you go, here's my album. No
out of
promotion.
nowhere. I don't think they can do it with a movie.
you know, I think that would be very interesting if they did something like that. Like they just said, screw it.
Right.
Just went December 26th. And just walked.
And that's it. Just drop the mic.
Boom. Bye.
yeah, but with
think
December 26th.
with distributors and theaters and all that stuff, it's gonna get out. It's gonna leak out. You can't just say, "Oh, hey AMC, here's a movie. Would you play it?" You can't do that.
And here's why Star Wars will never do that. Because imagine if they did zero promotion for this movie. How much merchandising have they sold for Christmas this year?
Oh my God.
$1 billion.
They got no, but the thing is that's true. If you think of it, what they're waiting for is that this just to get over this hump, because now they can do the big dump
Yeah, now they
Monday
can
for the
dump
toys for
toys
Christmas.
for Christmas. Yeah, that they didn't want to reveal. But what's the spinning robot? The
BB-8.
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 If they hadn't promoted this movie at all, we would know nothing about BB-8, and it's under everybody's Christmas tree right now as we speak.
Well, yeah, but that was in the very very first teaser trailer.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah.
Sorry, it was.
It was. I don't know. I wouldn't know about that. That's the one thing I couldn't avoid is the BB-8 because he's in commercials because
it's
it's for
everywhere.
sale. And then it became
So did you
a
not
news
walk
story.
down the toy aisle with your children?
No, that I did.
They're like,
That
I'm
I
writing my
did.
letter to Santa for B88. I don't even want to see it.
Oh no. His kids aren't getting anything for Christmas.
Oh, okay.
What?
You can't escape it this movie because it's on my coffee creamer. I just that's the problem.
You're right.
It's on makeup now. It's like, come on.
It was at-
You can look like Leia and be part of the Force.
I saw it at the Pottery Barn in the Mall of Millennia.
What?
The Pottery Barn has a Star Wars bed set up.
Yeah,
All right.
And I'm like, it's everywhere. I'm sure it's in toilet paper somewhere in some
Right.
bathroom someplace.
probably right. Yep.
Right.
And
Well,
hopefully it's copyrighted there. Because I was thinking how much counterfeited material is out on iDrive right now that is being sold with the Star Wars
But
logo on it.
The other thing too, when you watch the movie, and of course, nowadays you watch this thing, I'm going, that's a figure. Now that's a figure. That's a variation of a figure. That's a new ship. That's a playset.
That's a spin-off movie.
Right.
That's a prequel.
That's a prequel.
Ooh,
Who are
that
those
character's
guys?
mysterious. That's
Right.
a prequel.
That's a prequel.
I didn't know about that guy. We read this in the hour 1. Now that we're close to hour 5, I should read through it again. The galactic, galactic
By
giveaway.
the way,
Art, you need to have this in the laptop ready to go on the little sound thing. Every time you hit an hour, you should get the Richie Cunningham, yowza, yowza, yowza. Because you were always talking for 6 hours.
Oh,
Yeah,
nonstop.
right. Yeah.
well, it just so happened that we're doing back-to-back 6-hour
Back-to-back
shows.
6-hour
we never
shows,
do
yeah.
we never do more than like an hour.
God, so I've done like 2 days of editing of just get it up into the Avid, export it out, get it uploaded on YouTube. All right, go to the next episode. I wanted to get everything out before we got here tonight so I could start all over again. They're having a Star Wars Force Awakens Galactic giveaway here at the theater. Enter to win a Star Wars prize packet, Galactic Proportions. Prizes include, and they're in the display window over there, Darth Vader Build-A-Bear, very good for
Very
the kids.
cute.
Set of 8 Funko Pop Star Wars
Excuse me,
The
do we
Force
have to
Awakens
bleep that
figures.
word out of you again?
Funko?
Pop.
Funko. Got it.
Star Wars The Force Awakens figures, also in the window. A $25 gift certificate to the Off-World Cafe at Gods and Monsters. I didn't realize it was cafe. I'm pretty sure it was Off-World Lounge.
I
but that's
thought
all
it was
right.
lounge.
A copy of Luke Skywalker Can't Read and Other Geeky Truths from Gods and Monsters. This is a book that's come out.
Luke
You guys were
Skywalker
talking about
can't
that. I
read.
didn't hear you guys talking about it though.
I think you had stepped away, and I was like,
Yeah.
I got to fill time. Let me read this. Greg's not here. $100 gift certificate towards a Star Wars tattoo from Beyond Ink Tattoos. So if you want that Darth Maul tattoo, get it for $100. It's going to cost you extra to get all the red ink put in for the rest of him. But
I wonder if you can get a. Sorry, I'm not even going to go there. Nope. Nope.
Nope.
I withdraw.
4 tickets to a Regal Entertainment Group Theater, as the one we're in, and then a Star Wars Force Awakens teaser one-sheet poster, which are similar to the screensaver I have here. It's just the plain old one-sheet, which I think is in front of the theater you were in. It's just the plain Star Wars The Force Awakens, no pictures, spoilers on the poster. I can really study the poster now, too, after I see this.
Oh.
People still creeping in here. These must be for a...
Oh, that's me.
Wow, where'd that come from? Oh, your headset?
Yep.
These must be people for an 11 p.m. show in the regular theater. They're still kind of creeping in.
Yeah.
But boy, the Star Wars merchandise. I was at...
So for the podcast,
Yes.
we need to invest in maybe a couple more pairs of headphones that are not open ear.
Is that the only one we have that's open here?
Yeah. Those are the only ones that.
Let's find out. Oh,
Nope.
This one's good.
Yeah, I should have brought my son.
Nope. I'm good.
I'm bad. I'm not even going to attempt to even.
So
That's just because you were in a different fraternity.
Perhaps-
it's our way of getting back at you.
Yeah.
So perhaps another reason why they released the movie at Christmas was just all the Christmas merchandise that's going to help them make up for this $200 million budget that they
Yeah,
put
but
together.
$200 million is almost an average or a.
Yeah, but Disney wants results. They
Yeah,
demand
yeah.
Sure.
big-time results.
And they got it. They actually built real lightsabers, and that's the R&D budget
that
for
where most of
lightsabers.
it went? Okay.
They got it. So.
But there was a news
He
story
wanted
out there
that
saying that
practical.
Disney is looking for a larger share of the profits from the movie.
Oh.
Even though they own it, a way that I don't
Well,
know,
they spent
distribution.
$4 billion. They got to kind of start to make up that money now.
Right.
Let's say we gave George Lucas $4 billion in cash and prizes.
Yeah, but he's-
and also we just spent another $200 million here. Who knows what on promotions? We need to start making some money back on this.
You're right.
So let's release it at Christmas. Let's make sure we make BB-8 toys that are $100 each that are going to go under the tree.
Wasn't it?
And after you see the movie,
Hopefully
you're
don't
gonna
catch
go
on-
want one.
You're gonna go buy one. So.
And hopefully they don't catch on fire like the
Like the
hoverboards
hoverboards are. Yeah,
Yeah.
they're not allowed on airlines right now.
Didn't we say they're making 6 of these movies over the next 9 years?
Yeah, we're pretty much getting one every year now, right?
Oh, every year?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now,
I think that's too much.
Are
but-
you in the same
Yeah,
camp
absolutely.
that I'm just as excited to see this movie as I am to see Rogue One? Because Rogue One's going to be set back in the 1977
yeah,
time.
I saw only like a couple. I think was it artwork or there was a clip of it somewhere.
Oh, is there really?
I don't
know.
know. There was something where I saw like it was part of their giant Disney D23 thing.
Okay.
where they-
Because it's going to be set in the time just before Episode 4, A New Hope.
Yeah,
Oh, new group.
That's fascinating
New
to me.
group pouring in.
New group coming in.
I am looking.
There
forward
they
to
come. Coming in for the next show.
11:20.
Yes, the 11:20 show.
11:20. Oh.
That one's actually in 1D. Sorry, folks.
Oh, 1D.
1D.
You have to watch it on a plane.
Hi, welcome to the show. How are
And
you?
the 420 show is going to be very mellow, I've heard.
Yes. Half of us are going to fall asleep. Look at him look at her. Look at this cute little short hair, and she's wearing an outfit that looks like a Darth Vader tutu outfit.
Oh, is that what that is? Okay.
It's some sort of figure.
I'm not paying attention anymore.
I'm happy to see the ladies here. I feel like
Hello,
in 99 during
ladies.
Phantom Menace, it was all dudes. I feel like it was.
It's like a old Genesis concert.
And now,
You know
now
what?
they're
You're
older.
right. The girl geek has really become a thing
Right.
now, and it's
'Cause they grew up
welcomed.
with it.
It's celebrated.
A lot of these kids that are in line right now, in 99 when Phantom Menace came out, they were 10 years old. They've been growing up with it just as long as we've been growing
that's
up
true,
with
yeah.
it. Hello, back to the show.
And in 99, the four of us had actual, real, definitive memories. We could remember things real sharply from 1999.
Oh yeah. What happened in '99? What was I doing?
1999, I was working at the Oviedo Marketplace movie theater. The Matrix came out. The Phantom Menace came out.
Oh, was that the year Godzilla came out?
Did you guys see Waterboy just for to see the Phantom Menace trailer?
Oh, remember that? God, I forgot
we did
about that.
And then we watched Water. And the thing was, the reason why I wanted to see Waterboy was that
It was shot in Orlando.
Well, I was working at the Health Network, which was on the Universal backlot, and Adam Sandler was always behind us
Oh,
at his
wow.
trailer. We would see him on cigar breaks and
Remember
stuff.
they
and all
shot
that
some of
stuff.
that at the Citrus Bowl.
Yeah. No, they
the
shot at
football
Dr.
scene?
Phillips.
Oh,
Dr.
Dr.
Phillips High School.
No shit, really?
Yeah, Dr. Phillips. Yeah. So that's why I'm like, I actually want to see this. And the movie wasn't
Actually,
that
it
bad.
wasn't that bad. It's just that when a movie like that makes so much money, people will start to be like, hang on, it wasn't that good. Why is it making that much money? He
Right.
was just playing an idiot for the whole movie.
But what here's the
Hasn't
here-
Adam
here's
Sandler
the-
made a career of that?
Here's
Yeah,
the
he
here's the
has.
biggest spoiler of the whole entire experience. It's 2 hours of trailers, and then it's just a brand new international trailer at the very end of it. That's
Talking
all
about
it
Adam
is.
Sandler.
That's
stuff?
Star Wars.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I heard Adam Sandler was on Howard Stern this week. Adam Sandler's movies have grossed $4 billion.
That's disgusting.
$4 billion.
That's really not.
That's wrong.
That says more about the American public than anything else. I mean, how dumb are we?
So now he's doing the Netflix things, which you said people are starting to take it out of their queue because it's that bad.
I've heard nothing but terrible things
For
about
what?
the
What's
Adam
this?
Sandler's made a
ridiculous
deal with
six.
Netflix now. He's releasing movies exclusively to Netflix, and he's made what sounds like a spoof to the Hateful Eight.
Yeah.
The what?
Ridiculous Six.
Ridiculous Six.
Yeah.
He was on Howard Stern yesterday, talking about it.
And I can only imagine the production started on that well before Pixels came out, because
yeah, you're right.
who in the hell would give him
Well,
$1.50 to make another
here's
shit
what
fest?
happened.
I think
Netflix-
Pistols was stolen right off of a YouTube video that had come out, because there was a YouTube
Yeah.
video that showed that almost exact 80s throwback for video games. And there was so many similarities there. I don't know. It's like he saw this like, hey, that'd be a great movie.
Apparently-
I swear to God.
That was something like someone made like a short or something.
Yeah.
And that's what they made the movie for.
It looked like it just like,
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
They used like Nintendo people, like Nintendo. Was it more Nintendo stuff, or was it classic 80s arcade?
It was live action. I mean, it was real people.
Yeah.
And there was Nintendo, there was Pong, there was
Oh, then maybe I'm talking about something else. Okay.
But it was, you look at that and you look at Pixels and you're like, it's just too much coincidence to say
Sure,
you didn't
yeah.
see that.
Apparently, Netflix approached Adam Sandler to do this project because they said, look, your movies that play on Netflix, they get a lot of hits. They get a lot of hits. So Netflix said, well, if his movies are getting lots of hits, why don't we just start making movies with him? So
I
they're
don't
not
understand
dumb.
the Netflix business plan.
I don't either.
How does people make real money on that?
I don't know
They
because they never
spend-
reveal their numbers.
They spend tons of money in production value for the things that they're making.
And what about Chelsea Handler? Wasn't
but
she supposed to have
they-
a Netflix show? Is that happening?
I think she has one. Yeah.
When you look at something like Daredevil on Netflix, I thought that was a very good production.
Yeah.
I saw that. I thought that was what you wanted to see in almost a Marvel movie that's on the big screen.
Yeah.
Sure.
And I thought it was very good. And now you have a House of Cards. Some
Even a
people
drama, a drama like House of Cards.
Cards.
It is not
I mean,
cheap to make that
no.
look as good as it does.
Yeah, I don't know how they're making money. I just don't. $7 a month off of people, but
Apparently, Kevin Spacey's getting paid a shitload of money too. He kind of joked about it on Letterman when Letterman
He
was
should
still
be
on.
because he
Yeah.
makes that. He makes
Right.
that show.
But again, that movie for what is it? this is where I look at that and I see where they have House of Cards, and then I look like, well, that was not a knockoff, but they took that idea from a British series.
Yes, they
BBC
did.
show, right?
You're right. They did.
And so
But they did it very well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like one of those things is, what are some of the original things that just, are branded from our own Hollywood that is being used like there? But, we have a lot of the...
Girl with the Dragon Tattoo.
Oh.
They remade that.
Yeah.
and supposedly they're going to remake the next one, but they're not
The
doing it with
Office.
Fincher.
The Office was from...
Yeah,
Right,
The
that was
Office.
British.
Office went for one season, I think.
See, the thing is, the British, one thing I love about the British is that you have to be educated to get the jokes.
Right.
You actually have to like sit through your classes in school so you can understand the actual humor.
Yeah.
Then it's well written, it's well acted, and then to Americanize it, we take a great idea, we bloat it up with like a $400 million budget.
Right.
We get some actor who he's only acted in 3 shorts that he made on his own with a camcorder.
YouTube star.
Right, YouTube star, whatever. And then, then we're like, gee, it's just, I don't know, it's just not the same. Well, of course
Yeah.
it's not the same, because we dumb it down
Yep.
and make it,
Yeah, but
except for The Office. The Office, they did, I thought, a great
The
translation.
American
of it.
Sure
audience
did.
is dumb. I mean, that's
Yeah,
unfortunately
but it was
that's
good.
the way it is.
Yeah.
I don't know. I liked the David Fincher Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. Did you guys
I
see
never
that
saw
at all?
that.
Didn't watch
But,
it. No.
Really? You didn't?
I like David Fincher. I like a lot of the stuff that he does.
Yeah. Great movie. And then they're going to make a sequel to that, but apparently no one's coming back. Not
I thought it was
Daniel Craig, not the girl, and not Fincher.
I
So
thought
which
it
means Brett
already
Reznor's
was
not
like a
either.
trilogy.
Yeah,
It was a trilogy.
Yeah, there is. Well, the books are a trilogy, but I thought that already the movies had been produced in Europe.
Yeah. I
had
or
thought so.
a different
This is
version.
the
Now,
American
another
version.
question to be asked: why does everything have to be a trilogy? When the Harry Met Sally Part 3, I thought, it's kind of a bit far.
You're
Bit
right,
far.
though. I guess we're going to reach a point now where we're going to, in our lifetime, see more Star Wars movies than Star Trek movies.
Oh
The
yeah.
way things are going.
No,
I actually had this thought.
We have 12. How many Star Treks do we have? 12?
13 coming.
Yes,
Right.
13.
Yeah.
We're on 7 right now, and we're guaranteed 1 every year until we're dead.
You know what?
Of
You know,
Star Wars.
Oh, if
but
you're
you know what
tying
they,
in,
you know what
yeah,
they
yeah.
really ought to maybe think about doing. Disney ought to do, is kind of go back to what Lucas stole it from, homaged it. That's a very big word
Kurosawa
for
films,
yeah.
or-
Yeah. No, but actually do Star Wars shorts in front of big Disney movies. Like
Oh,
they're-
absolutely.
They do that,
That way-
sometimes with Pixar
I mean, they do
stuff.
that, and Pixar. Every
Yeah.
Pixar movie has a short in front
Yeah.
of it.
Give them a crawl, give them
Which
a
ends
whole
up
little
winning
thing,
an
a little mini
Oscar.
adventure.
A,
Right.
a
Introduce
Wookiee
a-
Christmas.
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
You know, you introduce a new character, then they
Star
people go,
Wars
"God,
Christmas
Right, you're
Special
right.
Part 2.
Give us some character in a 10-minute movie, and you see that character for 3 years in 10-minute shorts, and then he ends up in one of the main movies. You'd
And
be
then-
like, yeah, that guy. I know
Then he
him.
ends up in an aisle and a piece of plastic on a card that some dude's then buying
Right.
for $500 on eBay. Exactly. I think they ought to kind of go back to a little bit of something like that. And then also with that, they even have new directors make them, and just be like, this is your kind of graduate thing
Yep.
to the big stuff,
Not a bad idea, and you know what? They're throwing a lot of ideas around.
It kind of worked for the Matrix when they did the Animatrix. They had
Yeah.
a
I really
whole
like the
different, whole
Animatrix.
bunch of
That was
different
You had that
animators.
box, didn't you?
Oh, I really do enjoy Animatrix.
I remember I borrowed that from you years ago when it first came out. Actually, didn't it come out before the sequels came out?
It did not.
I thought it tied into one of the second or third movie in some way.
It came out about the same time that Reloaded came out,
Okay.
and it was the stuff in between the two movies.
I
Was
thought
that
it was
before
really
or after
well done.
Vampire Hunter D?
No.
Are you talking about Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter? No, Vampire D. I know who you're talking about. I don't watch a lot of anime. I'm not a fan.
You should watch one called
That sounds like a band somewhere in a college town.
Stens Gate. Very good.
Stensgate.
Stens Gate. John Titter. John Titor.
Stinkgate? What is this? Stinkgate? What is it?
Sidian.
Stens Gate. S-T-E-N Gate.
That,
It
that, that must
ties
be,
in,
that must
a-
be the door you go through to Stonehenge,
No,
right?
it ties in a gentleman or something that happened in the early 2000s for a guy who was claiming to be a time traveler from 2036 looking for a pre-IBM 5100, which was a computer that was before they had a basic language. It's
Right.
actually pretty good.
That
And
sounds
you don't
pretty
watch
smart,
a lot, but
actually.
you look at it, you're like, it's actually kind of interesting how they do it.
For years, I wanted to write a screenplay about a time traveler that came into our time, whether it's from the past or the future, and nobody believes him. Because why would we? Or the second coming of Christ, and he's saying, "I'm Christ," and everybody's
It's
like,
yeah.
You're a loony.
How about
Prove
this?
it.
How about this add-on for your movie? A time traveler who's always late.
Sorry.
I
just.
Jeez, I didn't set it right again.
Gotta stop that.
God. Kennedy
I saw-
assassination. I went to Austin instead of Dallas.
Damn it.
I saw something on the internet today, and it's something that fits in the cigarette lighter of your car, and it's a flux capacitor.
I've
Oh,
seen
that's
that
cool,
too.
yeah.
Yeah,
I
that's
saw
it.
that, and I was like, when Reese learns how to drive a car, we're going to give her that because she loves that movie, Back to the Future. But to plug it into the cigarette lighter and have that flux capacitor just flux.
See, I wanted to get something like that for my car because in between the seats is just kind of solid,
Yeah.
so I could put it there. But it's also that's the glove box, so I need to get in there. And
now
that's
as
not
you
gonna
always
work.
know, they always want to reboot Back to the Future, and thank
Right.
God there was
No.
I know. Thank God there was a global outcry to say no to that.
Yes.
And but I
been
just,
done.
I just keep thinking, hey, I can't, that thought. But then probably someone said, in a big pitch meeting, this really wouldn't work because anybody from 2015 going back to 1985 people are like, you have an iPhone? That's kind of cool. Can I see that?
Yeah,
There'd
yeah.
be no shock value.
Right.
It's like,
For the
look,
future, so what happens?
look, I've got this Coleco football game.
Yeah, it's
I
kinda
still
cool.
have that, actually, yeah.
I'll tell you what a remake has to happen is the Cannonball Run. I don't
That-
know
that-
why.
yes.
I would watch
I don't know
that.
why
No,
that
that-
hasn't been done yet.
That actually should be
A
done. redone.
huge
Gumball Rally, Cannonball Run.
Yeah, but
I
what am I
agree.
thinking of where they throw a bunch of stars into a movie together? It's
Like
what is that called?
Mad
Mad
World,
World.
Yeah, but there's a
There's a term
genre
for
of
it.
film for that. It's
Yeah, there's a term for that.
not compilation,
Like
but,
Towering Inferno was like that, where it's like an epic love boat type.
yeah, with tons of stars.
Why
yeah.
isn't that done?
Yeah.
The new Love Boat.
Oh.
Come on,
No.
I think they did try that once, didn't they?
Yes, they did.
Did they?
So
In the 90s, somewhere in the 90s.
Yeah.
2000.
there was Robert Urich was the captain of the boat. That's
Oh, and
right.
they redid Knight Rider.
And everyone kept
Oh,
calling him
yes.
number one.
that
Number
was
one.
a shit show.
No, wait. Who did I say?
Robert Urich.
Robert Urich. No, not you're. No. That's somebody else. Robert Urich from
Yeah, from Vegas.
Vegas. That's right.
Yeah.
Number one.
That's why I'm just saying as a joke. Everyone kept calling him number one, because he always looked like Jonathan Frakes to me.
But there are some things out
Jonathan
there
Frakes.
that's what Jonathan Frakes looks like. Robert Urich.
Yeah, a very Robert Urich.
So
You think?
movies that
I mean, reminds me.
All right.
movies that we
Brings
would
to
like
mind.
to see be remade, even though we're in a life of everything has to be remade. Greatest American Hero would be great.
I
$6
had
million
an
man.
idea, and I was
$6 billion
trying to get this going to get Kevin Smith to do it. I had the idea of Greatest American Hero, and it should star Will Ferrell.
Oh, absolutely. He's got the curly hair too.
That could work.
That would be great.
He'd
'cause
be
they would,
awkward and clumsy,
Oh
just
my
like
God,
him.
he'd be like
And he
yelling,
does the slapstick.
I'm no good at this.
Right.
yelling whatever.
That's a
Yeah.
great idea. Make it a movie, not a TV show, but do
Yeah,
a movie.
but
It
he's
could be just a one-off movie. It doesn't have to be a trilogy.
Oh, they'll make it a trilogy. of
We got to
course.
get Will Ferrell when he's done making films. I mean, and when's that going to happen?
no,
'Cause
he's saying make it a movie. Make a Greatest American Hero movie with Will Ferrell.
I like the idea of a series better than a
The other
movie.
Netflix
The only
series.
other one I would think too, but I think it was
Ensemble. An ensemble
Ensemble.
movie.
There you go.
Ensemble.
That's the word.
Yeah.
Yes.
Dreamscape. That movie.
Dreamscape. I don't know if I
That,
remember
that had Kate Capshaw and Dennis Quaid, and the idea. And granted,
Maybe it's just not tight. Yeah.
All right.
but basically, I know it was pre-Inception, so I think Inception kind of took its thunder. But
Uh-huh.
but basically, the idea of the movie was they could enter people's dreams, and they were trying to enter the president's dreams in the 1980s in order to assassinate him. I bought that. I finally found a DVD for like $2 because I love that movie from HBO, and I'm like, oh, it's mine, it's mine.
What's
I
it
don't
like?
care.
What's it like to go back and watch it now?
It's crap.
Well, no, sure, the really bad, it was bad stop motion, and then where they're smudging the film to make sure you couldn't tell the blends from the monster in the end, the guy from the Warriors, that guy. But the story holds up. If you'd be like, gosh, if we chuck some money at this, even some money, this would be a really good movie.
Looks like another film is just let out, or just a shit ton of people are going to the restroom at once. But
They
there's
all saw
probably
Creed.
another
That's
showing.
what this is Bridge of Spies letting out. Right?
This might be one of the 8 o'clock shows letting out because it's now 10. It is 10:57. We're about to hit the 6-hour mark. It actually, I mean the 5-hour mark. I'm sorry, 5
hours.
We started 15 minutes early, and we're gonna go end right on time. So it's 3 minutes from 11. We did our 5-hour show.
Oh my God, we're ending.
We're ending. We did it.
We're about to.
You took this picture, right?
I did, yes.
Of course he did.
Serious?
He makes he makes iPhone covers. As
Yeah,
well.
that was for a calendar for
Tropic?
Beauty.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't know how I
jeez.
knew
Rough
that.
shoot.
My life sucks.
Okay, so to review, you saw it in 3D.
Yes.
You were okay with it in 3D.
Yes.
It was not a distraction in any
No,
way.
it wasn't.
If I had the choice, I wouldn't see it in 3D, but I'm glad to hear that it was okay that you did.
Yeah.
It still wasn't a
If I had
distraction.
a choice, I'd still prefer 2D,
Of course.
but it was fine.
All right, and so your next viewing, do you have plans for the next time you see it? You're going to
Probably
wait?
maybe end of the weekend or a week or two. You know, let it kind of sit in. I want to discuss with people who've seen it. We
Right.
can actually talk about stuff.
Greg, you're going to hold off a couple of weeks,
I'm
you
going to hold
said?
off a week or two.
Damien, you and the family,
We're probably going to hit it
Sunday
between
or-
Christmas and New Year's.
yeah, a little downtime during the holidays. And I'm going to be seeing it at 1:40 a.m. I'm just hours
That is
away.
2 hours and 40 minutes from now.
That's all right. We still got to pack this down, and I'm going to wait in line to get something to
At
eat.
least you got something to do.
That's right. Well, we've hit another 5-hour show. We did 6 hours last week.
We did. Milestones. We're
But,
hitting
we did
milestones.
5 hours.
With Art Miles.
Our next
Get
show
it.
is not going to be tomorrow like normal. We'll
Next
probably wait. No, the week after that is
Oh,
Christmas.
shoot.
That's Christmas.
Friday is Christmas.
So not that, and then the Friday after that is New Year's. So I don't know if we're going to do another show until what's the calendar say?
2016.
Let's think about maybe doing a show on Saturday.
We also have
next Saturday.
something. We have something coming up in March, February or March.
We're doing our next show in March.
We did our no. We did a
Oh, what?
sit-down interview a couple episodes back with the guy who plays Marty McFly out at Universal Studios. He was the original Marty McFly for 20 years. He is into building DeLoreans, and his shop is in Oviedo.
Really?
He has a shop, and he's going to let us come out there and do a podcast from the shop where they build
We're
DeLoreans.
gonna be surrounded by.
I needed a DeLorean for my 80s party. Damn it.
We're gonna
Should've
be
used
sur-
that
You
there.
should have.
Well, we didn't
But
know.
they build
about
them
that.
from pretty much from scratch, right? Or like people bring in
No,
DeLoreans.
you got to bring in a working DeLorean, and
And
they'll
then they
turn it
say,
into a time
build it.
machine.
So it's definitely a high
so
end.
he actually makes the actual DeLorean go up to 88 miles an hour because the
Correct.
engine and those things are terrible.
They don't
Correct.
really go fast.
So we sat and interviewed him for about an hour, and he's invited us in March probably to go to the shop and do a podcast from the shop.
Wow.
We'll let you know more about that when the time comes. Did we hit 11 yet? I just want to. 10:59.
You got 30 seconds.
If you folks at home on the Periscope are watching, I don't know if it cut in and out or not.
We're
We've got
sorry.
we've got it on tape. We'll still cut it down into
I'll give you a television countdown.
half-hour
for it.
episodes.
Oh, see,
Yeah.
you and your headphones.
God.
So on a scale of 1 to 10, Rodney,
15.
1 being
That big, huh?
No, 15 seconds.
on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being the Star Wars Holiday Special and 10 being The Empire Strikes Back. What are we talking
I'd
here?
give it a good 7.
All right, a solid 7
that's
from Rodney.
a very honest opinion.
We didn't get to talk about what we're drinking tonight, but I'm Art Miles, not drinking anything. This is Greg Moan. What were you drinking this evening?
Soda.
Damian Czapka visiting,
I was not offered a drink.
not offered a drink.
And he's thirsty.
Wait. We're not your
Offering
servants.
a drink. And Rodney Dube,
Complimentary.
The snack bar's over
the
there.
one in the
Okay.
group who's actually seen the movie. What were you drinking this evening?
I was drinking Coke.
All
and I
right.
sipped it so I wouldn't have to make any bathroom runs.
As always, you can find us on Gods and Monsters on their YouTube page and on their Facebook page. You can find us now on the Twitter, and then we're also going to be periscoping more and more whenever we can, whenever there's internet, which we didn't have tonight, so we had to do this only on the phone. Thanks to Regal for letting us be here. Thanks for Kevin for letting us come and do
Oh,
this
yes.
show.
Big thank you
That
to
was
them.
really, really cool.
Yep.
Thanks for watching. We'll see you again in a couple of weeks. Happy New Year.
Come see us at Gods and Monsters.
Oh, yeah, that too.
Bye.
Bleh.